I got to know the craft section.
Do you have a lady like Cammie, or do you do all your podcast stuff?
I have about like 5 or 6
ladies
production people behind there. You just will never see them or hear from them. And
That's cool.
I keep them really invisible.
Where is
like
where
literally
are you based
invisible?
Out of? Oh.
It's me, myself, and I. I'm jumping back there. I put on different hats and outfits, and I feel.
Do you see us how we're like, oh?
I was like, wait, where are they?
Cut. Then I jump it back in. What?
When you are feeling close to me, and you tell me you care, you know joy fills inside of me. Tell me freely what's in your heart.
Okay, hi.
Hey, I'm Keith.
I'm Nicole
Fisher.
And we have
Look how fast that was.
Nicole, can you pull that closer to
You betcha.
Sorry.
You betcha.
Yeah.
Today we have a really special guest, and I'm really...
You got to amp it up more than that. This is Hans the Hammer.
Who's running this show?
Wait.
Can you guys switch?
We gotta get
You're going to step it up here. I drove an hour and 22 minutes.
Did you really?
Oh, it's beautiful. It was. I would look forward to this, guys. Getting out of and I don't mean to. I'm screwing up your intro. When someone does that to me, I'm super mad.
I'm not mad.
So just hang on. I'm going to do my intro, and then you could be as funny as you want. No, beautiful drive. Look forward to getting out of the town. I mean, I've been following you guys. Think everything's just hilarious. That's what grabbed my attention, is just the comedy, because you don't see that anymore. But the drive was awesome. Everybody was in the right lane. It was, when you wanted to pass, you could just go around them safely.
Like sensible human beings.
Sensible human beings from Rosholt, Wisconsin to Bondwell. There was nothing but, no, I cut over. I'm in Stevens Point.
Okay.
Plover, Stevens Point.
Yep.
And then cut over to Rosholt, through Rosholt, Elderon, all that stuff, on the 29.
Oh, yeah. It is a nice drive.
It's going to be a good day.
It is. It already has been.
We are really, I mean it, that I'm super excited. I'm not looking at this. Hey, you got to take that. I follow you. So I know it was just buzzing. So I didn't know if I was calling 911.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like in the middle of everybody's, it's in the mid story, and then
that's why
it comes up.
Yep.
Like, oh, thanks for making me feel
that's what I hate about smartwatches, is it automatically are going to look. And it's rude, because if you're like, let's say you're crying and telling me a really sad story, and I'm like, but really it's a natural reaction when your wrist is buzzing.
When it does it.
Or you think someone's looking at the time, like you're crying, and then how much longer is this going to be?
Yeah.
You know, about 7 more minutes of crying, you think?
So I feel rude. So I just did that to you, and I apologize. But I really am excited, because I and Keith, we are entrepreneurs. And so when I look at someone like yourself and what you've done, I want to highlight it. And then putting on top of that, your amazing personality, and you're hilarious and a motivator. And when I knew you and you didn't know me, I was a wallflower amongst your group of people.
You're on welfare?
I might have been at that time. No, I wasn't. I thought, this guy's great. And I'm like, why isn't he doing stand-up? You were doing the Red Room in your basement?
Red Zone, yeah.
Red Zone. Okay. And you were like, I'm like, this guy's going to be something. Like, so when I knew you, you owned a amazing bar in Stevens Point. And did you own a car dealership too?
Yep. Used car dealership.
Okay.
In a bar, Okay. So why don't we just start from
the
glory years?
Yeah, you were hilarious. And so now you own the franchise, right?
F.I.R.E Fitness Camp, co-owner.
Okay, co-owner.
With Payal Patel and Rehab Supplements Lab.
Okay, yeah. And how many F.I.R.E Fitnesses are out there right now?
21 in Wisconsin. Yep, only in Wisconsin.
That is amazing.
Still perfecting the recipe.
It's amazing.
It's not something we should be selling franchises at this point, on a open market basis, but just scared to death to grow without, foundational, education with our franchises. And we see how fast you can fail in a given moment. So we just really hone in on the grassroots so far anyways. But eventually we'd like to, get in Milwaukee, and just kind of, the Wisconsin thing is more interesting than scaling throughout the country to me at this point in life anyways.
Mhm.
Just really having a stronghold in Wisconsin.
You do. Yep.
Want to
Just
see all those flaming F stickers on the
everywhere. Yep.
cars.
And we have a big group that comes in Saturdays, mostly Saturdays. But there's a culture that comes with your gyms, which I love. And it makes you stay accountable,
And
like showing
a
up.
community.
Yep. And like
a-
you have to be, because I did F.I.R.E when I worked in Shawano. And if you were a minute late, you were doing burpees. Like it sucked. Like, you didn't want to walk in late.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's so many accountability things that you guys have with your gym that makes people stay and keep coming back.
When the burpees, to be honest with you, they're not a punishment. People get that wrong. It's actually the fastest way to get you up to speed to prevent injury and increase performance for that day. When you fall behind in that warm-up's crucial, just getting the blood flowing to the extremities.
And
so
also it's a consequence.
it also was a consequence because nobody really likes them. So it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, it is good. It is good. Why don't
All
you-
right, we're jumping all over the place.
Okay, yep. I was gonna say, why don't you start, Keith?
Jeepers.
I know we are all over the place, but he can keep up. He's. I think he
We'll
might
see.
be worse.
We'll see.
Hans, I like to ask people when they come on the show. The show?
Yep.
Yeah. Can you tell me what your first memory is? Not a memory like reinforced from a photograph that you're like, like you had those, but your very first memory. It can be good, bad. What's your very first memory? What's a core
Period.
Period. Yeah. Makes you think about it, huh?
Well, and you shouldn't have to really think. If I would think that whatever comes to mind first, like organically, is your first memory. But that's probably not it. I remember my mom, really young age, crying that we had the fabric diapers, the cloth diapers, and a ring washer, which people don't know what that is. It would chew up the diapers. And we were broke, and I saw those diapers floating down the driveway because that's where our the
discharge or
yeah. I guess is that what it is?
Yeah,
it's not exhaust, but
Right.
it's
Yep.
The flow of the water is exiting the machine and going out.
Back then, a lot of people ran it to their ditch, so
Okay.
it's probably on their way
Sure.
to.
Yeah. And our ditch was kind of our driveway, so I just remember seeing that. I don't know, that's my first memory. I can't find anything before that.
How old do you think you were?
Were they your diapers?
3, 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe
sad.
not.
That's a
Maybe
sad-
3 or 4.
Did you feel like some guilt then?
No, I don't know what I really felt. I just,
No.
this isn't a good day that, my mom's crying and, that's, I
Aw.
just remember it was just watching the shredded diapers going down the driveway like a river. Cause I was kind of playing in it. You know what I mean? Like that was my only toy.
I mean,
Was
you might
the
as
water
well.
of the shredded diapers jumping over.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
I got to make something of it.
So you grew up in Iola.
Scandinavia.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't look
Yeah,
at me.
watch yourself on that.
I know. And
My
then the
ex is from
bird, it's
Scandinavia,
it's
yeah.
a whole nother area. I'm well aware.
My oldest two's dad's from Scandinavia, so we're well aware
Yep,
of that
yep.
area. It's a beautiful area.
It's
is.
fun telling people you're from Scandinavia, though.
They're
And
the
you
country.
Yeah, and they're like,
just-
wait,
and you
what?
pause.
Yep.
I said, my name's Hans. I'm from Scandinavia. And they're like, oh, well, welcome. Just a pause.
Welcome. What brings you to Wisconsin?
So,
Yeah.
anywho.
One of the things I wanted to talk to you about a little bit,
I don't know what he wants to talk to you about, so I'm.
we don't
Sort
talk.
of,
We don't
sort
like
of
have
nerve-
anything orchestrated.
Nothing.
Nothing.
We
no
had a meeting
notes.
planned at 11:30. Be here. It'll start at noon.
We
Well,
got-
what I wanted to talk to you about, Hans, was
We
why
got
don't you have a seat.
we got no notes, and it's not like we're gonna put you on a hot seat or anything. But I know it's a little difficult, probably, to talk about your successes and what brought you there, because don't feel like you're boasting at all. But we really want to get to know you a little
And
bit.
I think the people do.
People do, yeah.
Mhm.
Like more behind the scenes of things, not just the stuff, but like the behind the scenes of it. So,
Yeah.
growing up in Iowa, you touched, like, didn't have a whole lot of money. I saw that in one of the episodes too. You were pretty money driven. You actually were going to school to be a cop.
Yeah.
You were?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Criminal justice.
And
That was my
He would
only
have been-
A I've ever got in my life.
Tony said the same thing.
Yeah.
Or no, who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony.
Well, maybe the cops are really dumb. Maybe it's just a super easy course. Okay, go on. Sorry. I didn't
it's
know that.
pretty
I could
easy.
see you as a cop. He would be
Yeah.
he'd be a fun, funny cop.
It was more of a
Mm-hmm.
long term down the road, instead of the police science, went for the criminal justice degree for like FBI, stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Oh, I could see that.
But then even I'm thinking, why did I, because I loved it at 19, they told you how much money you're going to make. And that's like it, and I didn't, whether I made that or not, I just wanted to be able to control my own destiny to some extent. Even if we talk about crumbs at the end, after you're running your business, at the end of the month, everybody gets paid and people say, pay yourself first. I don't see how that's possible.
Yeah.
I don't. It's you hear that.
Yep.
Pay yourself first. You're not going
No.
to have anybody working for you. You pay everybody else and service everybody else first. And at the end, if there are crumbs, those are your crumbs. And sometimes there aren't any crumbs. Hopefully there's bigger crumbs at the end. And that's really it. And that's just, I know it's not for everybody.
Sometimes
I
your
like that.
crumbs. Yeah, I like that too. And sometimes your crumbs are little seeds, that you're
Should
reinvesting.
reinvest. Yep.
Oh, that's a
Right.
good point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I don't know you, but I feel like I do a little bit.
Such a weird thing, isn't it? When people think they know
Such a
you.
weird
Well,
social
no,
media.
social
that-
media will
It
do
does
that.
that,
It
yeah.
expedites
Yep.
the
It does.
relationship.
It does.
I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you did mention like you're money driven. So you wanted to like not have a ceiling on what you earn, but you're not like a money guy. Like it's like you care a lot about your people. You invest a lot in your people.
More success driven, I guess, than
Yeah.
you call it money.
Yeah.
You don't know what to call it necessarily.
Mhm.
I would
You
say
really just-
like in a weird way, Trixie's that way. Nicole, I don't know if people know that I call her Trixie.
Well, everybody that listened to the first couple knows that I'm referred to as a little dog named Trixie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she wants to know like how much money we make in a day, like for sales or whatever. But she's not money driven, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's not
Measuring
agreed.
tool.
Yep, it's not
Yeah.
agreed. It's like, okay, we paid this much in staff. You know what I mean? Like, where is it going? And it's kind of like, where do I reinvest it? Like with clothing and the
and
boutique
I'm not
stuff.
money driven at all. But I also want to make sure there's enough.
Yeah.
How do you keep
Like,
track?
How do we plan for the future?
We have a conference coming up, and I'm doing the slideshow. It's a 4-hour presentation, in essence, to try to fill that time. But one of the things that getting through with our franchisees is how do you keep track of your wins?
Mhm.
Do you want to win? If you don't want to win, I don't know maybe why you're in the room.
Right.
But how do you keep track? What do you consider winning? So then you start looking at KPIs. You have to look at performance indicators, and revenue is usually one of them.
Right.
So it's
Right. If you're not making money, then you're not winning. I mean, then no one's walking in the door. You know what I mean?
how many
that's a good-
people you help. Well, I just like to help people. This is what I always get. I just really like to help people. But you're helping this many people.
Right.
Where our successful locations are helping this many people, and they're actually
Yeah.
being able to go on a vacation.
Mhm.
They're not filthy rich. They just have they have more freedom. They sleep better at night probably. If you're going to put in the 12 hours a day anyways, the same as any other store, why wouldn't you want to help more people? If you say that's all you want to do is help more people and have more financial freedom.
Right.
If you're putting in the same amount of work. It's like back when I was selling cars, 8 to 8, key to key, we called it.
I bet you
could
were
sit
great
there.
at that job.
Not really. I
No?
was okay. I started to enjoy it more when I was a sales manager, where I desk deals and loaded people's lips on what to tell Ron. Ron wants more for his truck, his trade in.
So when they say I need to go talk to my manager, that's a legit thing.
Yeah.
What do you say when they come back and talk to you?
No,
Well, I would say Ron, tell Ron to buy his own truck. Ron, you don't even want your trade in. So a lot of times, I was the closer, so I'd go and talk to Ron, and I kind of invented Ron's mad. Ron's a tough looking guy like this guy, right? Camouflage hat, scruff.
Cigarette hanging.
Yeah. Ron's a and Ron has
Ron's
said
seen some.
Ron's seen some. He said some already. Like, I'm leaving if you can't give me 20 grand for my pickup truck. So then, you know, the truck's worth $14,500, and you come over and talk to Ron. You're like, come on, and they start to smile. Shake them till they smile. But not everybody can do it. Yeah, you go shake them till they smile. They're gonna smile, even purely out of just awkwardness.
Yeah.
But then you got them. Then you got them. They're yours. Ron. Okay, we're all laughing.
So
Ron, you don't want it. You don't even want it.
So you like the selling portion of selling. Like
yeah,
the
I do. It's fun. It's really fun. Getting through to people, communicating effectively, to get somebody, you know, to ultimately help them hit their goal. Their goal was to buy a vehicle or to buy a membership or whatever you're selling. Sales makes the world go round.
So do you implement that in your personal life as well? Because I will say, I'm not a manipulative person at all. But when you realize what like how people tick in your partner, like my wife, you know, like what makes her happy or how to harness her energy, whether good or bad.
You saying you manipulate me? Is that what you're saying in a long?
I'm saying I implement some of those strategies in a sense. Example.
I want one.
Can you give her a list of those strategies, or just that one?
Well, some of them I do on purpose.
Like what? I need to hear this.
Not do it. But a great example, and your sister and I talked about this.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm a hype girl. So like, if you're mad, I'm gonna get mad with you.
Yeah.
And if I'm venting, I don't need you to fix it. I need you to be like, yeah, that's BS.
That's the flip side of what I'm programmed to do. I'm programmed to fix the problem. I'll fix it immediately. Don't have to worry about that anymore.
That's the cop in you. So you'll calm the situation. You want to fix it.
Problem solver.
No,
you know?
This person is.
It took me a little while, but I figured it out.
My sister told you.
I told your sister.
Oh yeah. So you guys were in Walmart. It was funny.
I'm like, because you were off about something, and she was like upset about it. I'm like,
yelling. Like, I'm a yeller. I was like, this is bullshit. Blah 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 blah. And then him and my sister start kicking at Walmart. They're like,
Maria,
and you're like, wait, I'm not that mad.
Yeah. So wherever she's at, you got to go one step crazier.
So that's why I call Wally my Latina friend, because she's like, let's cut her. I'm like, whoa, Wally, no, we're not going to cut anybody. You're crazy.
So if she's mad about something, you just get one step madder, and then she's like, it like totally deactivates the whole
I feel
situation.
it's a validation of my feelings when someone aligns with it, and they're like, I care.
But then also she's like looking at me like, are you being a crazy psycho right now, or are you messing with my mind?
So what are you asking if he does that?
Yeah. Like, do you sell?
I remember doing one of those instances, only one in my life that I remember perfectly like that. We were selling training. We were giving a presentation to a guy who was looking into personal training. And he looked at it as his investment, and he just freaked out. He completely freaked out, like one of these deals. And he was in a corner, and he was yelling. And like everybody was like, and the trainer, you know, was just like, I don't know, hey, can you help me? And he's like, this is bull. I thought you were just taking my blood pressure today. And then he wouldn't stop. So I just said, and the guy's name was Ben. I just saw him at the grocery store. It's been 15 years. I said, Ben, I'm with you. Let's get him. The trainer. He's acting like he wants to fight the trainer. I said, okay, we're going to do this. Tell you what, you go that way. I'm going to go that way. You go high, I'll go low. And he was like, what do you mean? I'm like, let's do this. Come on. I'm pissed off now too.
Yeah.
And
I'm not that mad.
See, then it diffuses the situation.
But you got to sell it. Yeah, there's a lot of selling in that.
So, and then it kind of became a joke a little bit with her sister and I. And we're like,
my sister will still do that. I'll be like saying something. She's like, yeah, it's just stupid glasses. I'm
like something
stop
absurd.
It. Like now I catch on. But
it works.
So yeah, that's a selling tool, right? Yeah. Manipulating and
not manipulation. It's not.
That goes from negative.
You're catering. You're catering to your feelings, like
form of therapy, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's working so far. Against all odds, we're somehow still
Yeah,
married.
So let's start from the beginning. You said you were going to school for criminal justice.
Yep.
What changed your path? Let's talk about how you got where you are today.
I was transferring out of the school into a police science just because it was Appleton. It was local, and I wanted out of where I was at. I couldn't get in. I waited too long. The classes were full. I'd have to take a bunch of garbage just in the meantime for nothing.
What year is this?
1995, 95.
Okay.
And well, my biggest thing is, when we talk about the successes, the successes relied on the failure. I've been in a deep, dark hole. So that's really the easy way for me to succeed at this point. And you're never out of the, you know what I mean? You're always in danger. So that's what keeps my foot on the gas pedal. But I made the big mistake at age 19 when I couldn't get into school. I still talk about it today, is what can I go do to make money? That was my biggest mistake. So anybody in their early 20s, I talk to them about that. Is the question should have been, what do I love to do? And go pursue that. Because when you love to do something, say you love singing. I know I'm not supposed to look at you, but you're in the
No, I do all the
You
time.
can, yeah.
She's my
executive
she's
producer, director.
my sounding board.
Martin
when-
Scorsese's
Like,
back here.
is this-
We got Martin Scorsese on set.
Is this Joe Kitten? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's
We'll
going
look
good.
at her and sometimes she's like,
No.
you get it. You have your team that
Oh,
gives
yeah.
you that
Yeah.
same look.
Those 6
Yeah. Me, myself, and I got a mirror.
Looking at you. Okay.
Hans likes this joke.
I'm my own biggest fan. Well, when you love to do something, you love to sing, you're probably going to be pretty good at it. Right? When you love to do something, what happens when you get excellent at something? People pay you to do it. So people pay you. You're always singing. People are paying you to sing at their wedding or some type of private party, same with the violin. You love to play the violin. You're probably going to be pretty damn good at it at some point. The money is going to be a byproduct of your passion, your success. And I made the decision of, what can I go do to make money? I got in the car business that I eventually tried to escape from. We were talking in the green room, right? We were talking about the bar. I got into the bar business. Well, that's like speed up like 12 years or something like that. Trying to escape the car business, got into the bar business. Just thought it fit my personality. Just, hustle and bustle, people person, like beer, stuff like that. But what ended up happening was, I didn't know anything about the bar. So I listened to everybody else. I had the greatest vision for an Irish pub, authentic,
cool.
downtown Stevens Point. No theme bars, all just regular Buffy's and just the same. It would have been the only theme bar in Portage County. Small space, so prices had to be a little higher, a little more upscale. I wanted nothing but authentic Irish beer, Irish whiskey, Irish music, the Copper Top Bar.
I'm getting excited for
Horseshoe.
this.
Well, it was an exciting idea. That's the problem. It was an exciting idea. I was excited, but I didn't know anything about the bar business. So the beer distributors come in, right? Ron comes in.
Damn it, Ron. Such a buzzkill.
Oh,
He's still mad about that truck.
Ron will get you broke. Ron comes in and says, "Why? What do you want? Do you want Busch Light? It was Milwaukee's Best Light. You got to have that on tap."
Hell yes, brother.
Yeah. Good beer,
Milwaukee's
great beer.
Best.
Drink it like water, but I didn't want it. I didn't want to sell Milwaukee's Best Light on tap for $1 because they had it right next door in every other place. So I wanted more Guinness type of options, just to, paint the picture. Well, you can't do that.
Poo-poo your idea
Ron,
right away.
You're never gonna be able to do that. This is a college town, Hans. You got to have the. Oh, and then what do I know? What do I know? He's the beer expert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He works at premium brands. Okay. There was the first okay was a windfall, right? Then it was the jukebox guy, the gaming guy comes in. Well, where do you want the jukebox? I don't want a fucking jukebox. Okay, I told all you people. I want Irish music playing. Can you picture it? Can you picture this?
I love it.
Right? Well, you got it. This is a small bar. You're going to have to get a jukebox for those concessions, right? You're going to need that revenue because we give you X amount of dollars for every time people play Motley Crue. You're getting a cut of those of that fee, right? You're never going to make it. Oh God. Oh, I guess you can put it over there. One thing after the next on how you can't do it my way, how it'll never work. Bartenders not wanting to wear their Lucky's Pub shirt. You know, I'm not asking you to wear a kilt. We're asking you to wear a Lucky's Pub soft tee. Doesn't really matter. And these are the things.
I would have went with the kilt.
Oh, looking back, I still believe the idea. You know,
It is a great idea.
It's not rocket science.
Do you think, and I don't want to
Don't
slow down any story here. You keep going. You
Okay.
got great energy.
Well, it's short. It's short-lived. Trust me. It's short.
I'll ask questions.
So,
I'll wait till the end.
yeah,
I'll be
there's-
patient. I'm a patient man.
Bartenders not wanting to wear. Does it matter?
Mhm.
This is I'll never forget. Does it really matter? I said, Kayla, I see you're not wearing your shirt. Well, it was dirty, and it doesn't really matter. Kind of. So like first excuses, but then does it really matter? Also, you didn't want to wear it. That's what that's telling me. Hit the excuse, and it was one after the next. Fast forward to 1 year, I'm in bankruptcy court. One better than that, me and my daughter were coming home. True story. So help me God. Walking up to the house, and I see a note on the door. Somebody put a note on my door. Okay. It didn't surprise me that bad, but it was okay. Well, it's from the sheriff's department. So that would get your attention. Foreclosure notice on my house. You're behind with your payments at the bank, and we're going to sell your house. We got to try to liquidate those funds for the bank. This is standard procedure.
Mm-hmm.
Go in the house, downstairs. We had this ongoing root problem where a root would go through one of the pipes of the sewer line that goes out to the road. It grew through, and it would back everything up. These roots would pierce the pipe somehow. So the whole basement's filled with defecation. And I just got a foreclosure notice on my house. And then my daughter's like, Dad, can we go play something? I'm like, oh God, and I'm just like, how do we get here? Then I'm fast forward to bankruptcy court.
This is all the same time.
Yeah, same time frame.
Ugh.
And I'm just like, how did I get here? Sitting there going, how did this happen? And I chalked it up to listening to everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
I had a vision. No one else was there with me. I was there by myself. Lost everything. Tried to pay everything personally. Didn't even have an LLC then. Just paying everything personally. And then when there was nothing left and my credit score was like a 480, then I filed, which is a bad idea for business. If you're going to file. And then you can, keep your credit. But, I didn't want to. That was the last thing in the world I wanted to do. But there I was. So I'm getting back into the Fire Fitness Camp when I had this vision of training people and giving them the most phenomenal workout experience on the planet. There's no one that's going to stop me from telling, and there's no one, and they do. Does it really matter? I still hear it today. It does matter. And I promised myself I would never get in that, put myself in that position again. That's the main driver.
That's
Nothing
a powerful
miraculous.
story. I'm happy you're here because I didn't even know that little chapter, which makes you even cooler.
Well, that's the big chapter. That was in my life. That's the big chapter. Honestly, that's everything.
And a really good lesson you got from it, listening to people.
Hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
And we experienced that to an extent, like not like, I guess we didn't listen, but
We didn't listen.
a lot of people said a coffee shop wouldn't make it here
Mm-hmm.
in this town. Like, we're not Door County. We heard that a lot.
Okay. Oh, that's
Like
fun.
that. Yeah.
That's fun.
Like, what are you trying to do here? Like that kind of.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think
Naysayers.
if anyone's
Hoo-hooers.
listening and they're like wondering about like the naysayers, this is a really good takeaway.
Who were those people, though? Just to jump in on that, were those people close to you? Were those people? Who were those people? If you had to just brand them,
So, without saying if they're close or not, I would say they're the most comfortable people that we know, that are never risk takers, that are very conservative with every decision they make in life, which there's nothing against that. But I feel like those are the last people.
don't
to
you don't
take
want to
it-
consult, but we
Yep.
consult. I bet you all three of us
Oh, yeah.
consult in those people
Yeah.
Right.
the most.
Right. I mean, even in his dad and mom were so supportive, but even he said, like, after we opened, he goes, I was so scared for you guys failing because it just didn't seem like it would happen. And like, but he has a conservative mindset. You know what I mean? They're not I say stupid risk takers, because almost some entrepreneurial
We were
ideas.
pretty stupid in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, like,
Well, anybody.
but they're great with money, but they're very safe.
But was it fair to say they'd never open a business?
No.
Okay, so then
Right.
you have that.
Different mindset. So like if you think it back, and I have so many people in my mind right now, and I have no ill feeling towards them, but they're
No.
like, you're not going to be able to sell a $6 coffee in Bondwell. And I'm like, well, maybe that's not our market. And I would say that a lot.
Maybe those
Maybe that
customers-
is not the farmer, and God bless the farmers, but they're like, you have farmers in this community. I'm like, he's not my market. My market is everyone heading up north, the 30 to 50,000 cars that head up north.
And you know what? We found out that a lot of the
Farmers
like our
love-
coffee
They
too.
love a black cup of coffee.
They
you know?
are looking for value like anybody else. They
Right.
are frugal, they are smart, and
Right.
they're value-driven customers.
Right.
So give them the value. You have the gorgeous brick and mortar store here.
Thank you.
Awesome service, phenomenal product. They
Thank you.
just need to see
Yep.
the value.
Right.
Right.
People need to see value, period.
So I think a good takeaway from what you said is, I mean, yeah, there's some idiots out there that they should listen to people. But I mean, your example is you shouldn't have listened to anyone, because that bar, I want to go to that bar.
Yeah.
But thank God you didn't, because look at where you are today, right? The failures and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, what your vision was amazing.
Mhm.
But I understand all the things you did, because I don't know. We didn't know anything about coffee. So we took advice from everybody, like our food distributors and our coffee guy. You know what I mean? Do
Mhm.
this, you need this product, you need this.
We had somebody come in here saying we needed a jukebox too.
Oh, we did?
Yep.
I wasn't here that day.
I'm like, I don't think so.
Well, we had a guy that
Good
wanted
for
to
you.
put TV screens all over for
Oh,
like
yeah.
football games and stuff. I'm like, this isn't a bar. We have chalkboards for our menu because we want it old.
God, it's slippery
But-
slope, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
you don't want to be mean to people. You just want to,
Right.
and you're kind of like,
Oh, it's
you're
great.
almost nodding your head with them,
Mhm.
but you're thinking, no,
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, let me wait on that. Let me talk to my partner. That's a
Yeah.
great one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a meeting. We do a formal, before we make any decisions, we have a meeting every first Tuesday of the month.
Yep.
And then they just call you maybe, or they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like that I don't like that chapter of your life, but I think that's a really gives your story more credibility of like you've been
And-
through some
Yeah, that helps
Right?
evolve you as a person. You get to
Well,
grow from that.
I like
you
our
get to-
employees to know and our franchisees to know about it, because I'm not embarrassed. I am. It hurts every time I say it. It is embarrassing. But I think it's helpful for them to understand. And I actually just wrote it in a Word document, why I am the way I am. So when I listen to your idea and I don't love it, or we're not going to implement it, just remember, try to remember what my past was like.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that will help you get over, so you're not off about
Right.
us not implementing your process.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty simple, and I would also say either you get on my bus or I run you over with my bus. So it's a little more aggressive. But, if you have to, do I have to say that? But that's what's going to happen, because I'm not going back. I'm not going back.
It's working. What you're doing is your fitness center is working.
Yeah, it's working.
So
It's
if
working.
somebody that doesn't know anything about F.I.R.E. or who hasn't been to one of your camps, explain to them what makes you guys better than the next gym.
Well, F.I.R.E. is functional intensive resistance exercise. So first of all, it's its own science of exercise. 30 minutes professionally coached and motivated sessions. 30 minutes is a lot different than most of the competition, or if you will, because it's short. You get more picture more of an entertainment, theatrical experience. Music, bells ringing. We have more toys. We have kegs, like beer kegs. As far as we have more equipment, unorthodox type of things. Super intense, super fun. And then what we pride ourselves on is the hospitality aspect. We call ourselves the hero of hospitality. And our marvelous motivation system, which is a trademark now, which is exciting to me. Probably nobody else, but we got the little trademark from the government.
That's awesome.
USPTO.
That is pretty cool.
Takes about a year to get, but that marvelous motivation is now trademarked. And it's something we pride ourselves on, is the motivation and the hospitality part, where hospitality is kind of becoming extinct all over.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But it has been in fitness for a long time. It's just like they throw a clipboard at you, go.
Feel like when I think of hospitality and fitness, I think of Richard Simmons.
Icon.
Yeah.
He's great. He was passionate. But yeah, you guys, okay, you definitely hit the nail with that.
Yeah.
You guys are okay, go on.
And that's and
okay.
it's a chore. It's a chore to keep that hospitality.
Well, you got to put work into it, right? Like you got to nurture it.
Got to nurture it. There you go. So some people forget, and it is harder work being hospitable, having a bottle of water at the front counter for every VIP. That's what we call our new prospects that come through the door for the first time. They're VIPs.
You guys still give bananas away at the end?
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
Yep. Before and after. So that's something that always needs to be stocked.
Yep.
Fresh bananas, fresh coffee. Every session, bar none, non-negotiable. So.
How did it first start? Like what you started, your first location
What is
was
she
where?
making down there?
She's stamping.
She's stamping.
She's like a
With what? A
stamp?
sledgehammer?
It sounds really loud
just
for us, but
wham,
she'll
wham,
build it.
wham, wham,
I
wham.
know.
I know.
And
I just think we're
and
all,
she'll sometimes
Like I
she'll
said, it was the elephant in the room.
I know.
Everyone would just, if you're listening to this, we're all looking over the top
usually-
of the balcony, and I had to be the one that said something.
We're usually like Kayla, because she'll be like, like
beating ice.
yeah,
Or like,
we'll be like, and then she'll listen to some of the podcasts. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so loud.
No, and
But you do a
these
good
are
job at
awesome directional microphones.
yeah, she's
So,
like stamping our logo on sleeves for coffee.
Oh, I
cups.
love it.
and then she acts like she's at the post
I love
office.
it. Branding.
I don't
Branding.
know.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know how if you watch her for even like 10 seconds, you're like, how are you not hitting yourself in the finger? Like
Yeah, she's
slipping
so
up.
fast.
Like she's like
That's awesome. And branding is so important.
It really
It's-
is. Your F sticker is a great brand.
yeah.
Another thing I got made fun of right away when we
Really?
started. You said
Really?
when we started, we just had a flaming F. That was it. Well, yeah, you should say Fire Fitness Camp on there because nobody's going to know what that is.
Everybody knows.
Aren't you
what it is.
happy you
that's the
stopped
goal.
listening? Like how much confidence? What
I
was-
had to stop listening or I'd be broke again. I had no choice. The definition of insanity, keep, doing the same things and expecting different results.
Mhm.
I had to change. So yeah, the goal was to see a flaming F at every intersection, kind of funny, but Appleton, it's close.
Shawano,
Green Bay,
It's
you
there.
see.
Mhm.
it's everywhere.
So-
Bondwell, you only have one. So that's right. One with stoplight.
Oh yeah,
And stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
I took a tour.
Yep,
It's
yep.
been a while since I've been here.
Yeah. Just probably for sports.
Yeah. It was baseball.
Yep.
Yep. This whole area.
Iola was always good at baseball, and so was Bondwell.
They still
Yeah,
are.
Bondwell.
Iola's still good. Yeah, they always have. That's always a good game.
Well, not my
Um,
roommate, but I went to college with him. Turned out to be, he was a roommate after that. Actually. God, when was that? Yeah. After he graduated, he was my roommate, actually. Bill and John Ullman.
Oh, Bill, he's a county cop.
Yeah.
Bill Ullman.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his
You
brother.
went to college with him?
Yeah. I went with John,
His twin.
Okay.
Insane. So yeah, we'll
Yep,
have to tell.
football player.
We'll have to tell
Yeah.
Bill to tune
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. We
Really
played
good.
Bill. Those guys would fight each other. I mean, they would be just on the basketball court. Go, what the I mean, it was more. I mean, you want to talk about intense human beings then. I
Bill-
haven't talked to Bill and
So if you talk to Bill, it's going to be comical
Yeah.
because all of a sudden you do the best Bill impression. She'll be like,
It-
"Hey, so something about the game? Yeah, that man, that call, that was. Well, see you later." Like all of a sudden, like
you
short
can
and sweet.
see his
and you'll be
mind shift to something else, and
It's
I'm
great.
like, I'm already.
You would
should I say
actually
goodbye
probably
now?
like him.
Because
He
he's
wouldn't
gonna
stick
just
around
leave.
too long. Like
Yeah.
he's not going to overstay his welcome. It's going to be like,
All right,
say
see you
what he
later.
has to say, and you could be in mid sentence, and he might be done with the conversation. It's almost like without being insulting. It's almost childlike. Like I'm done,
I feel like
done.
I just talk too much, and then
He
all
just
right.
walks away. He's done
He's
with
sick
you.
of my-
He has nothing else he wants to hear.
He's sick of my conversation.
All right, gotta
So
go. Bye.
I thought John was gonna kick my one time at college. This is when I was in my pranking prime. There was telephones. It's like unlimited pranks. Why wouldn't you dial a telephone and know it just rings? And somebody has to pick that up and say hello. And then you can say whatever you want. So I called him. He was a good football player. And I was Coach Smalley calling of Southern Mississippi State. And then John, I'm gonna be very honest with you now, John. We do have our eyes on you. And I'd go on and on. I'm gonna call you next Tuesday at 2. We're gonna resume this conversation. And he started telling everybody I got Coach Smalley calling me from, I don't even know if it's a college, Southern Mississippi State. He didn't know. It was because everyone was getting recruited then. It was just you'd have to feel it. That was a prime opportunity. And then it escalated. I think we're on like third phone call, 3 weeks or so.
No way.
And no, swear to God, ask him. And then I finally recruited him. And I could hear him up there in the dorms. I got skills. And he called his mom right away. And I had to shut it down. Oh no. Called his mom right off the bat. And I had to go up there to his room and tell him.
Broke his heart.
Oh yeah, he was breaking stuff. And I was waiting for it to be me. Not a guy that I would like to get choked by.
Right, the big guy.
Big guy.
Wow, he was like, he had this body on this guy after he graduated when we were roommates. He was perfect. He lived a perfect life. Like he had 7 shirts, toothpaste. This is how I want it. I got everywhere. Shoes I can't, but he has everything perfect. And on Sundays, he meal prepped. This is then.
Wow. Before it was a thing.
2000. Before it was a thing, he's meal prepping chili, more burger, protein, little bit of ragu, nothing else. And then he would stretch. He would stretch and do abs on our living room floor every frickin' Sunday. We're hungover. He's stretching. He was a perfect human being.
Did you feel like you had to mess with him because of that? Because it's like, it's a little too perfect. We got to screw it up a little.
Of course, yeah.
I feel like you do that.
I do that.
When
I do
things
that.
like things are looking too good.
Too good for
we gotta
people.
mess it up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's personality trait.
Yeah.
Just
And
Kind of like Journey with her cutting the girl's hair.
oh yeah. Yeah. Our vindictive daughter. That's amazing. So was Bill, you didn't know Bill as much,
no.
but probably
played,
very similar.
Played with Bill, in sports against Bill, but not on a personal basis like John.
That's really funny.
And each one would tell you they're a better athlete.
Yep.
It's just
Oh, yeah.
Obviously,
I think Rhonda.
identical twins.
They are.
Mhm. So Bill's basketball scoring record just got broken here last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For the first time. Who broke
He had
that?
the scoring record.
Yeah, he did in basketball for
Okay.
boys. The all-time leading scorer was a gal for the girls basketball team, but that just got broke too by Ryan Westrick. If you've seen his name
He's a
around,
beast. Yeah, he's a beast.
4-sport athlete,
Okay.
recruited by a D1 school.
4 sport, which is the 4th.
Golf,
Okay.
track,
Played
golf,
track
basketball,
and golf.
and football. Got recruited for football,
Okay.
but
He
yeah,
is
From where or by who?
Oh, yeah, who recruited him?
Western Michigan.
Okay. Good for him.
He's another
fantastic.
gentle giant. Like
A great
he's-
kid.
Not
a kid.
sportsmanship. Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's a great kid.
That'll get him a long ways.
Very good. And like I was at
Very
Coleman.
well spoken.
Coleman football game, and they were even saying that on the radio about him. And I was
Mhm.
sitting in the car because we had little kids at the time, and it was like raining, so I was listening to it in the van. And like just hearing the announcers, what they were saying about him, I'm like, what an honor if that was your kid.
Mhm.
Yeah,
They're like,
that's a
here
good way
comes
to
the
look at it.
train. Here comes the train. Cause he's like, they're like, he's a beast, but he's so kind and
Mhm.
helps kids up
That's
that after he knocks them down, like, and he's the same way in the basketball court.
Cleans up the bus as he walks out.
Yep.
Oh,
Picks
like-
up garbage
Mhm.
from stands and stuff. Like he's just
that's a good example all the way around.
His dad's the varsity football coach. His mom's a teacher. So
teacher,
just
yeah.
great upbringing.
Mhm.
His
Uh,
sister works for us. They're a good family.
The school
Yeah.
resource officer that just started here in Bondwell,
Oh, yeah.
so he didn't know him. And I think it was before school started. He was at the school and, just getting to know people and sees Ryan. And he's like, do you work here or do you go to school here? Like, couldn't quite tell because he's just this huge dude.
And he's cleaning stuff up.
Probably. And just
Yeah.
the way he talks, he's
Yep.
very, very
Sure.
mature.
Yeah, it comes across real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
A couple seconds, you can give somebody impression that
Yeah. And he's like, I go to school here. He's like, okay, we good, bro? Like,
I'm not in your, am I on your list?
no, the SRO was saying this to Ryan, like, hey, we good,
Yeah, we
bro?
good.
You
Yeah,
got my,
yeah,
you got my
yeah,
back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got you. Like,
You got my back if stuff goes bad?
wow.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
So
you-
powerful.
You have, oh, go ahead. You go. Go.
You go.
No,
Ladies first.
because I'm going to go off topic. So you say what you're going to say.
I was trying to get back.
Okay, go.
So what year did you start the first Fire Fitness?
2014.
Okay. And what year did the bar close?
2005.
Okay. Where was the first one?
Plover, Wisconsin.
In Plover.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Um,
I had to borrow, I remember, $900. I was still short into one of these high interest subprime loans.
Yeah.
I
Oh
kept
my
the
God.
paperwork.
Makes it
Really?
impossible
Yeah, yeah.
almost to start a business.
Oh yeah, I mean it was. Yeah, you're scrapping.
When you need money, you need
I
some
shoulda-
capital.
Yeah, and I had worked for. I did pretty well. I was working for another fitness franchise. Oversaw some different stores with personal training, and that was fun. That was really fun. I just was so into helping people at that point. So it was
That's
just
awesome.
Were
it was-
you able to learn like the business part of it a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the revenue part, I already had some of the business knowledge with owning the car dealership and the
Mhm.
bar
Oh, right.
with, like with the state.
Legality stuff,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the obligations,
Yeah.
the stuff that you got to
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Now they have a nice portal, all one stop shop, they call it, the state,
Yeah.
where you go on there and just everything. The Department of Workforce Development, UI, everything's on there.
Mhm.
Because it was always like, what next? What license do I need next? You get another letter. What am I missing now?
Yeah.
Pay you guys nonstop.
Seems
All I
like
do is fill out forms
the government always makes money.
And they're taxing on you on everything.
and forms and audits.
Yeah, who wants to look at
Little
those
audits.
forms?
Well, the audits I'm talking, no, not my strong suit. But also with that failing, I have a death grip on the books.
Mhm.
So that's something that changed too. I always put the books in somebody else's hands. They don't care about when you're categorizing your expenses. They don't care what.
Right. Yeah.
It just says Amazon. Okay, supplies.
Mhm.
Versus what was it?
Mhm.
What's
Right.
happening.
Mhm.
And doing all the insurance audits and all that myself, and just probably too much. I'm guilty probably of doing not doing my using my skill set as much as I should be. I shouldn't be doing books maybe all Monday. Legal bookkeeping, office stuff.
Mhm. So in the beginning, were you like, did you do all the coaching?
Me and another guy went in.
So you
and-
must trust your partner to go into business. What does that look like? Because obviously we're married, so we trust each other. But like going into
To an extent, like,
going.
Well, you gotta have that trust.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
she
how do you-
wasn't my partner immediately. She just was there helping.
Okay.
And then she learned it. And then she started taking clients. And then her family has been in business for many
Your
years.
lady friend.
Yeah.
I'm talking about your business partner.
Yeah. She is my business
Oh,
partner.
she is?
She's a co-owner of Fire Fitness Camp.
I did not know that.
And
Okay.
but
And-
not originally.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
originally. Oh, okay.
Right. Real close to
I did not know that. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, right there was their day one first Fire Fitness camp.
Awesome.
Yeah, so she's got business in her blood. Parents own 50 hotels.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Family, just she grew up working, Indian heritage. She doesn't mind me using my little skit that because I'm introducing her to some of the franchisee partners, and she grew up in franchising. So Saturday morning, like other kids, Saturday morning, what do kids do? They're eating cereal, right? Watching cartoons.
Yeah.
She tried that once. And her dad came in. She goes, "What the f are you doing? You have to go to work and go painting."
Go painting.
Painting.
This is a true story?
Yeah.
Or you just
no.
making
It's just it
okay.
paints the picture. But they don't sit and watch cartoons and eat cereal. They go to work.
Right.
So that's what so it does paint the picture that she's been working inside
That's
businesses.
so funny.
Yeah.
It is funny that you mention that because Knox, who's 8 years old,
Are one of our
wants to come here and work on a
Knox.
Saturday. Like he begs to.
Yeah, he's working this Saturday. He's like, "Am I on the schedule? Am I on the
Yeah.
At
schedule?" I'm
8?
like,
Am I in the schedule?
"Yep."
And
He's
then
he
he just talks
Wow.
trash with all
does.
the employees.
And then he was throwing me under the bus. Our manager that was working Saturday, she's like, "So Knox told everybody in the kitchen." My mom slapped Journey in the face one time in the kitchen because she was mouthy. My daughter. She like mouthed off to me and I like slapped her and she was cooking. I'm like, "Now go bring that food out." And she was like,
told everybody.
Knox threw me. So she's like, Knox is like, "Yeah, you don't talk back. You don't talk back." And they're like,
He's managing in a third party.
We had a manager here on duty that Saturday, and I'm like, "You better be careful. He's already probably."
because Keith dropped him off on the way. He had to run to Menards and Knox is like, "I'm going to go help with dishes at the mill." And Keith's
He
like,
like
"Okay."
begged to work, and I'm
So-
like, "All right, I'll drop you off on the way. I'll pick you up on the way back."
I didn't know you didn't tell the manager.
Why would I?
Knox just goes in and starts
He's
doing
like
dishes.
he's like 87.
yeah,
he's
he's
8,
old.
but he's old.
Old soul.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Responsibility is he's just that's who he is.
you can see him thinking all the
Wow.
time.
All the
I'm like,
time. Yeah.
I love that.
So
and he's
you,
got glasses, so he's always.
yeah. So then
Is he interested in business? Like business?
100%.
Business? Like
Yep.
the,
Oh yeah,
the
he'll audit.
bones?
He'll audit you probably.
our
I
oldest
think that
is
seems to be more in the deep
No,
side.
I
of
don't
it.
know.
so
Well,
you
but
have
books and accounting,
Maybe,
CPA.
maybe.
yeah, it's interesting to see the kids go. So we have 5 and they're all so obviously we have young ones, so it's hard to tell, but
Hard to
like
tell where they're going to be.
Journey's your oldest.
our
second
second
oldest.
oldest.
Okay.
Our oldest is Sawyer. He's in college and he has
Wow.
business. He's going for
Finance.
but he's
Awesome.
military too, so he's like,
Fantastic.
yeah,
Thanks to him.
yeah. He wants to take over. Like he really likes this, and Cubby probably too.
Mhm.
Colin Cubby. But anyways, let's talk about you.
Yeah.
Let's talk
Well,
about you.
I had a bright idea to come in here, and I don't take that many chances anymore. I was gonna just turn this into my podcast and interview you guys. It's so much more interesting.
No.
You are.
No,
We're
no.
sick of hearing about
Well,
ourselves.
yeah, we already did the first couple where like was
was
our
brutal.
story.
But I would dig deeper.
I love.
You probably
like,
could. You would have that potential to do that, but
Don't you think it's so much more fun when you have somebody else with you?
it
Like, especially
Yeah,
when
oh
your
God,
energy
this is-
clicks.
oh,
like
yeah,
it.
this is fun.
just
Yeah,
goes
and,
good.
and it's more successful. People enjoy it more.
Mhm.
Nobody, people don't want to watch me just scream at the camera.
I,
mean,
Tell everybody how
sometimes-
stupid they are.
It's pretty fun.
I think it's great.
It's just a release. I
but
mean,
it
it's selfish.
aligns with your business because you're your business in health is to motivate.
If I can
And
get
I
the
have to
point
ask you,
across to some people,
Do you
it
work
helps.
out at all? It's a joke. Clearly, you
And-
lift.
Not as much as I should.
No, you do.
Serious question.
It's a joke because you're very like fit. So
I can
You're
hold
a
my
picture-
breath and suck in for an hour and 20 minutes.
no, but
So-
If this show goes more than that,
so I was gonna be like, do you lift? That was gonna be my joke because like you're jacked. So, but your job is to motivate. So I think your podcast of you like yelling at people, it aligns
Do you-
perfectly.
do you feel good when you're done? Do you feel almost like therapeutic
Oh,
after?
yeah. That's the real reason. And
Yeah.
I needed an outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I feel good about it afterwards.
I thought about that because Cami and I have talked, and we have talked about that a little bit. Like it almost like, and I'm not yelling, but like
You're not really a yeller though.
I
It's
don't-
not your thing.
But
It's an outlet.
like
you
yeah,
said.
and it's. I mean, I've never gone to therapy, but I imagine it's probably about the same. You know, like you feel
Well,
good
you're
about
hearing
it
yourself.
after.
Yeah, you're digging deep. You're hearing yourself
You're-
speak.
Your Walgreens one about getting the Walgreens.
Well, it's getting
That's why-
it's absurd.
Well, that's
It's
why
so-
when you
it's
It's
said
not just Walgreens.
everybody
it's
was on the right
everywhere.
in the right lane on the way here,
It's
like
so
that's
funny.
what it reminded me of.
Life can be.
Get up there. Get
Get
up.
moving.
What do you know where I'm at with this?
Absolutely.
It's
Oh, yeah.
getting- and I don't know who's in line.
Like, yeah,
Well,
pick a
tell.
spot.
So go ahead and tell your little
Well,
bit.
no, it's just everyone knows it. We're just all experiencing it. I just don't hear people talking about it. I mean, you're 30 feet away from the checkout counter, and there's 2 or 3 people, and they're so staggered. They're staggered by 10 feet, and they're looking around though. And you got to ask everybody this day and age: Are you in line?
I feel-
Excuse me, are you in line? Yeah, I'm in line. Well, look forward. Look, help me. You know, why make this a guessing game for
Get up
everybody though? Get up there,
I feel like everybody.
but dial in. So if one person steps out of line, right? They don't have to tap you on the shoulder like at the car wash. I don't care if you're not. You got to keep moving up in the car wash
Yep.
behind someone. You can't. Yeah, being on your phone is wonderful. Just you know,
once in a while, take
but the
a look
worst
up.
one in the world is at a red light
Yeah.
and somebody's finishing up an email. You know,
That was 2
and-
paragraphs long.
and yeah, and it's a green light. If you're the first one at a red light, you have a fiduciary responsibility. You're in a leadership role.
Yeah.
You have to go.
It's implied. Yeah. You got to pay attention.
Pay attention.
Do you think that people, I'm just trying to dissect this a little bit now. Do you think that people are just trying to give each other a little more space at Walgreens because they're automatically thinking like, hey, they might be sick. I don't want that. I got to
It's
give them a
everywhere,
little,
Keith.
I got to give them a little space.
But that's Walgreens' excuse. But
Yeah. I
what
know.
about the hardware store? Are they all sick? You don't go buy nuts and bolts, you know.
I'm with you. I totally agree.
It's just this thing. This COVID's got everybody screwed up.
So what did
But now it's even farther.
The
It
6
really
foot
is.
rule turned into
It's
12 and a half feet and offline. Like it's
And
got to be
then-
a line.
And everyone's a space cadet and they're on their phone.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Lost.
It's just we got to move.
Do you ever turn people away that want to open up a fire? Have you ever said
Oh,
no?
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, absolutely. Just recently too.
How does that look? How does that
Yeah.
work when, like, let's say Trixie shows up. She's like, hey, I got an idea. I want to open up a fire in Cecil.
Well, there's your first problem is because we're not looking for ideas.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have an idea. So to be a franchisee, and I'm just saying,
Right.
so to become a franchisee, you don't do it your own. You rub your own funk on it, we say, but we have a proven process,
Mhm.
and we are accepting your application based on trust that you'll follow the process. Because if going back to the bars, if everyone's doing their own thing, the easiest way for a franchise to fail, if you put this in Chat GPT, is to lose the consistency within the brand.
Mm-hmm.
That's the easiest, fastest way to fail. So we're not looking for someone with a lot of ideas. And entrepreneur-minded folks generally don't make for good franchisees
I can see that.
because they do have ideas, and that's fine. It's usually we're looking for the A students.
Mm.
Okay, entrepreneurs have been known to be B,
D sometimes
C.
maybe.
B minus,
Throw a
C.
D.
Throw a D in there.
Maybe a couple D's, couple F's, maybe.
Maybe on a bad day.
Well,
Rough-
that is, those are statistics, but they make for great franchisees.
Yeah, I can see that. Rule
So you're-
followers.
So you're John Ullman's of the world.
Straight laced.
Yeah, like
Just follow
meal
this.
prepping
This
on
is
Sunday,
this is the
doing stretching.
Tell me what to
military
do and I'll
style.
do it. Yep.
Mhm.
I can see Sawyer
Get
doing
behind a
good.
brand.
So really though, like, what does the process look like for applying to be a franchisee?
A lot of credit score. We have to establish financial responsibility
Mhm.
because it's not just us; it's the vendors.
Mm,
You're burning bridges with vendors. You're burning bridges for the whole brand. Financial responsibility is very important. liquid cash to some extent, disposable income and net worth. Because there's a $300,000 build out, $250,000 to $300,000. A lot of times the building owner will cover some of that and build it into your rent. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to have the number one reason people fail in business is short on capital.
Mm-hmm.
They had a good idea. They got too short on capital. They got behind a couple months. They didn't have 6 months of capital.
Mm-hmm.
But this is I'm starting to use the dialogue that makes the most sense for me is it's a marriage. It's a 5-year marriage agreement. We have to love each other. Like, we just recently had an applicant who didn't want to, everything was pulling teeth. The application, he was too cool. He was too busy. He was never around. That's not going to work for me. Questioning.
Mm.
And then it boiled down to it. And they were dragging their feet. And we give soft approvals. You kind of check the boxes, but I was like, this doesn't feel right.
Mm.
I don't want to marry this guy for 5 years. It's a legal contract.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fun. And he shouldn't want to marry me. And I asked him, what do you love about me or Pael or the brand? Tell me why you love F.I.R.E and want to invest in it. And he couldn't do it.
Mm.
So I pulled the plug. And I'm very happy about that. And I had to tell him, I don't love you. I actually don't like you. I hate you. I hate this kind of, I don't know you that well, but
Yep.
what I do, I hate.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
It's comparable to what we say, like with our staff. Like we aren't making the coffee here every day, right? You are the face of our business, and whatever you are, like how you're talking to our customers, like you are the mill. They're not always going to see
Representing us.
Keith and I. So we are big on like customer service, greeting people when they walk in the door. And it's all about, I can only imagine. So we're more hands-on because this is our only place, right? But as a franchise, that'd be terrifying to not knowing who is representing your business. So I totally get that.
Well,
You're going
I
to
could
have to
see
love
that.
them.
I could actually, I know how it goes though, but I could tell by your guys' social media. That's what my biggest interest was with coming on the show, was just you have running a successful business with people that care. You got a lot of your people are in the videos.
Yep.
That's buy-in. So that's one of we have recently put together a success mapping sequence with, if you're saying you're failing, I don't want to start shooting darts in the dark and guessing. I want you to fill out this, it's an AI based mapping success mapping. And one of them is how bought in are your employees? If they're not bought in, we have to look at these things, and then how are your clients going to be bought in? How are your customers going to be bought in? I think obviously it starts with you guys, of course. It trickles down and everybody seems to be bought in. I was supposed to either go on Joe Rogan or
Beans and banter.
Beans and banter.
I know.
And it was tough.
Well, coin flip, probably. End of the day, you're like,
Joe's a good guy.
This would be more fun.
It's going to
For
be more
sure.
fun. Yeah.
And it has been.
And you got a
It's been
t-shirt.
blast.
I gave you a t-shirt.
And you did give me a t-shirt. She was even going to give me a crew neck.
There's some
I better
perks.
not say that.
There's some perks. You don't want to
let that out.
people
Yeah,
Past-
crew neck, that's a little bit of an upcharge.
past guests will be pissed off. They'll
Yeah.
be like, wait a minute.
Oh, we
Well,
didn't-
she was like, here are these lovely crew necks we just got in. But,
Yep.
And and she kept showing me the t-shirts, like more. I kept, no, but this
Was
and
I
this,
really
the
doing
color,
that? Was I
then
really
you
doing that?
bragged about the color of the t-shirt,
Did I really do that?
the red. What was that?
Oh, it was because it was the only size of yours. So I'm like, this is
Yeah.
a good brick red.
You said this has been a really good seller. This one is, I'm like pulling the crew neck off the rack.
This is a
And
lie.
she's like,
This is a lie.
this one is a really good seller.
He asked he's like, I like it oversized. I like it, like, give me an XL. And I couldn't find an XL. So then he picked out a different color and I didn't have XL on that. So you are correct on the brick red. I'm like, this is a nice brick red. You're like, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Because it was the
Eventually,
only.
I'm going to take it. And I'm not going to keep pushing back.
But he said he didn't want a crew neck. He's like, I'm more of a t-shirt guy. So I would have you're worth a crew neck. But you settled
She
for
says that now, but when I wanted one,
It's not true.
no, it's
a lie.
not true. It's a
Um,
lie.
we're
Well,
gonna
it's a
have-
joke.
I know. It's funny.
Well, you said it's a lie. That's a little extreme, right, Keith?
I mean,
Right,
I've
Keith?
heard worse lies.
What is the best? So you're a healthy guy, and what is the best advice you can give parents with children? You have a child, right?
Yeah.
How many kids do you have? One.
One.
A daughter.
Yep.
How old is she?
27.
Holy buckets! Wow.
Started young.
What is she like? Or do you want to
Have a
talk
grandson,
about her?
Cash.
I saw a video. He's cute, and you were making him laugh.
He's a funny.
What is it
great
like
kid.
being a grandpa?
It seems a little weird, I guess. It's this early in the game, 6.
Yeah.
He's almost 7 months, but it's more enjoyable. Like people say they don't. They're right. There's a different value to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like more fun.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more fun.
And your daughter, amazing.
She's having a blast.
Awesome.
I mean, gosh, I've never seen her this happy.
That's awesome.
You know, everything's great. Yeah, she's really happy. She's really happy with this. The happiest I've ever seen her in my life, bar none. But I think she's got to be one of the happiest parents I've seen.
That's awesome.
But he's been good. He's
Mhm.
been good. The kid
That's
doesn't cry. The kid's laughing.
It's what
Yeah,
nature
he's
does,
cute.
and then it's like tricks you into like have another one,
It tricks
and
you.
then that one sucks real bad,
Another one.
Right.
and then it gets good, and then you forget about how much it sucked so bad, and then they're like, oh, I have another one.
You do forget. You're
you do. It's Mother
we
Nature.
forget.
Yeah.
And that's by
It's nature.
design.
Yeah.
Do you have any? Like, I don't really know what you are as a parent, but you seem like you're a good parent. Do you have any good parenting advice?
Just not being their buddy,
We
but
say that all the time.
but my daughter, calls me almost every day, tells me the truth, tells me everything going on in her life, always has, even when things weren't, hey, this happened or that happened.
Mhm.
But because you can't just ask for honesty
Mm-hmm.
and then stab them in the back
Mhm.
with it.
Right.
You're not gonna. It's not rocket science. They're not gonna keep being honest with you if they get slapped every time.
Right.
Just had a real and stepping up. I think the biggest thing is being good to your word as a parent. Kids lose trust so fast. Tell them you're going to do this. Tell them you're going to take them to the park, and you don't. Like I think that adds up in a kid's mind. That on that non-trustable side, and they're going to use that. To them, that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
That was like 80% of their day or, importance.
Mhm.
And you pulled it from them. And you get a couple of those, 3, 4, and then it's just like rebellion comes out. Just being good to your word, no matter what it takes. This would be my biggest advice as a parent.
Mhm.
But as far as the health goes, just showing them value, being a good example, first of all.
I do like that. At least your fitness center in Shawano, they have like a lot of kid days.
They are doing,
That is amazing.
just unbelievable. Shawano, the location has done with kids. And that is something we're missing in general. We all know that.
Yes. Yep.
Kids aren't even going out for recess. Well, it's been so freaking cold this winter too. They're not going
Mhm.
outside. But, even middle school and stuff, nobody's playing.
Yep.
They're not running around being boys. Need to be boys. They need to tackle each other,
Mm-hmm.
We agree.
right? They need to
Yep.
wrestle.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
You know what Knox said to me before bed? It's just this. You're gonna laugh at this, but I think it's valuable. He's like, I just read him 3 chapters of R.L. Stein, scary book, little bit, not bad, but they're false. They're fine.
No one's judging.
Tucking them in. This is our routine. But he's like, I like it when people say, go outside and put your feet in the grass. I'm like, okay. Like, where did that come from? And he's like, well, that's what adults say to kids when they're playing video games or watching TV too much. And I'm like, yeah, I could see that. But I'm like, where did you hear that
Yeah.
from?
Where
heard
did
that
that
in my life.
recently come from?
I don't know.
That stuck with him. Well, he's
Yeah.
smart enough to know, like, hey, that's a thing. I like that.
Mhm.
And then
It's true.
this morning he told me that he was up. He couldn't fall asleep last night. Probably
Well, that
thinking
is the
about his
thing.
feet
I
in the
think
grass.
with like everything going on in the world, they always like go out and touch grass, like get
Go out and touch
grounded.
grass.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Well, the negative ions, huge. I got a grounding mat.
You do.
at
How?
my
How?
desk.
Tell me
I'm
about
a
that.
When it comes to this type of homeopathic stuff.
Tell me about that.
Well, we're around positive ions on everything.
Yep.
Electricity, positive ions with technology stuff is flowing through the air, and we're not grounding. We're not walking barefoot on the grass. We're imbalanced.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. The science is there.
Mhm.
Do I feel like day and night? No, but I try to ground.
Mhm.
You can use like cotton socks, but
Mhm.
just it's a mat under my desk, and I try to ground for 20, 30 minutes.
Do you ground your bed?
No, I haven't got the sheets, but don't tempt me.
Do you have linen sheets? That is like a game changer.
He's
we've
like, I
noticed.
don't know.
Try it.
Yeah,
Baby.
Ask any dude that. Do you have a linen
No, no, no.
sheets? And the only
I-
reason
you
I know.
lost me.
One of my friends is like I made a Facebook post and she's like, aren't all sheets linen? I'm like, they're called linens, like the linen closet you're thinking.
Was it really linen?
But
Yeah.
I was influenced, and I'm like, okay,
We're about to influence you.
no. And I was like, all this stuff about linen, and I'm looking into it, and they're like, it's organic, it's like a natural fabric, and like your
Sure.
the energy, whatever. I don't know the science behind it,
There's
But-
something up with it.
but you
because-
said
you're
your back
sleeping
feels
hard.
better.
Oh
and you-
yeah,
Yep, you sleep
Feels
better
so-
on it. It's like a
feels so
different.
good.
Everyone's like, it's so wrinkly, and then
yeah. It doesn't
a
look great.
holistic friend of mine is like, well, because of the stuff that's anti-wrinkle, it's chemical based.
Okay, sure.
So there's no chemicals, and like back in the day, hospitals all had linen sheets because, excuse me,
For healing measures.
and bacteria cannot grow on linen. So they took it out of the hospitals because I mean, if you really want to get deep, like you can't make money off healthy people.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it because it was pricey? Is what they said. They said
Probably.
linens were pricey, just like people used to drink out of copper cups.
Well, this old fashioned stuff, though, they used to have sun decks at hospitals.
Yes.
You know, to go get some vitamin
Get
D.
vitamin D.
They just knew how they felt. They're not just looking on social media or books for answers.
yeah.
I feel
Listen to your
good with
body.
the sun
Yeah.
shining on my face for 15 minutes.
Walk
Because
a
we are
dog.
prescribed
Yeah.
15 minutes of direct sunlight per day to get the natural amount of vitamin D that our body needs, without supplementation, of course. But we don't
Really?
get 15 minutes here.
No, it's cloudy all the time too in the winter. It's tough.
Mhm.
I was just telling our oldest that I'm like, go out and walk a dog because it was so cold. And I'm like, I know it sucks, but when you're like in a rut, feels like the best thing to do is to go outside. And then we have dogs, so
And
I'm like,
move your
walk,
body.
yeah, walk a dog.
Rut.
Like you're gonna feel better.
Mhm.
I had an episode on rut busting.
Okay,
The rut is the real thing.
tell me about it.
Well, you don't know you're in a rut. That's the biggest thing. It's one of these. It's a miniature depression, depressive state. You get in a rut and you don't even realize you're in a, and you could be at the bottom of a rut, which is the worst, not the top, right, the bottom, and you need a rut buster. You need to bust out of it. You know, everything slowly slips
Mhm.
because there's nothing to look. It usually has nothing to look forward to that's making you jump out of bed. In the winter, obviously, I
They
get
say
into
after
ruts.
the holiday, it's the
Mhm.
worst because like it's like up, Christmas,
Sure.
you know, New Year's, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden it's like, and then the weather always sucks
Yeah.
after Christmas.
Oh,
It
yeah.
seems
Mhm.
like, so I feel like it's a typical time, especially in the Midwest, to get in that rut. But there is something to be said too, and I know you obviously know this with what you do, but if I'm in a rut, working out, I feel 100 times better than any type of antidepressant I've ever been on.
Endorphins are.
It's no joke. Like, and it's like, that's what you need, but it's
Oh,
so
it's
hard
still
to
hard.
get there
Oh,
to
it's
do
hard.
it. So I feel like that's why
Well,
you're,
even if you had a floor to do burpees, that's hard.
it is.
It's hard to get just your body moving.
but if you
into
do
that
it,
way,
you feel better.
oh,
you do.
it's a no brainer, and it works every time.
Mhm.
My friend Jill, she's very holistic, and she'll be on, and she's an NP, and she got out of like family practice medicine because she's like, it's a dead end. It's
I
a
know,
dead
but
end.
if everybody gets out where
right.
everybody is getting out, it seems like
Yes.
they don't like the politics and they don't like the jamming.
You're right.
Prescriptions.
Yep.
Everything is a prescription, and narcotic or whatever. But everyone seems like they're leaving. I hear these stories and they're going, we're going to need somebody to work in the hospitals. Yeah.
Right. They're all. I didn't think of that because I feel like a lot of people we know are leaving that type of medicine and they're going more holistic.
It's a different perspective for
Well,
sure.
preventative
Like-
health care. If someone to stop the bleeding, they're great at it. You know what I mean? Like emergency situations,
Mhm.
surgery, surgical procedures. But we definitely need more preventative health care.
Right.
Mhm.
But you don't make money on preventative health care.
Oh, now, you look at GLP-1s and you look at, there's a big spectrum of preventative, but people are paying for, that could be looked at as definitely a preventative. If
Oh,
you're
yeah.
type 2 diabetic, which is actually fake diabetes, that's not real diabetes. You can cure it. It's not diabetes. Type 1 insulin dependency is diabetic. But now they're calling it pre-diabetes, pre-diabetic. You're before you're type 2. Well, that's way fake. Yeah, you know what I mean?
You're right. It's true.
It's,
It's like, yeah,
but I mean,
I
the
mean,
GLP-1s are,
that's considered preventative.
yeah.
And that is a
absolutely.
moneymaker.
Blood-
Thousands.
Blood sugar, glucose levels drop. Their glucose levels are out of control.
Are they seeing a lot of positive stuff from that?
I think so on those levels, but then it gets into everybody's hands, and you're seeing that oh my gosh, you can lose weight with that. And we haven't seen the other end of where the chronic usage of that, because you're supposed to be off. You're supposed to cycle that stuff 8 weeks on or whatever, 8 weeks off. But there's more peptides like GLP-1s that are surfacing, that are for anti-inflammatory stuff like that. I think you're going to see a lot. Well, yeah, I already do.
That and addiction too, right? Doesn't it help with? Didn't I read that?
The GPL-1s
Oh,
Does it help
help with
with
addiction?
alcohol
cravings?
Alcohol for sure, because one thing is when you drink alcohol, your blood sugar rises, right? To help you metabolize processed alcohol. If you don't have that, you're like, I don't know if you drink alcohol on a GLP-1 most of the time, depending on whether it's tirzepatide or semaglutide, the different types, but you're like f***ed up one drink.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Let's talk about your product that's sitting out here, ironically, on the table. Who said that there? Cammy? Girl. No, but for real, let's talk about something. What all goes into something like this? Like, people look at packaging, and I didn't do what you did, but we just got our coffee. Like, we branded coffee bags and stuff. I worked as a graphic designer.
It's fun.
A ton of work goes into things like that, and money, and a lot of people, a lot of hands on deck to make things like that happen.
Design is huge.
You don't think of it when you grab something off a shelf, like what all goes into packaging.
Well, even to use the right logo, like, the logo
Yes.
formatting.
Okay, let's talk about your product and the.
This is
what went into
Rehab
it.
Supplements Lab. It's something we started a couple years ago, and straight out of Wisco. Again, we're targeting the Wisconsin folks.
I love that.
It seems to be more fun for us, unlocking human potential. And this is a clear protein. This is our newest product, Margarita Snow Cone,
Ooh,
clear
yum.
protein. More refresh. So I've taken protein shakes so many years in my life. I can't touch another chocolate protein shake.
Mm.
Like, it's disgusting. Really.
It's chalky and,
Oh,
yeah.
it's just I just overdid it. So we were actually one of the first big amongst the big companies to have a clear protein product. This isn't our first one. We've had clear out for over a year, but it's just more refreshing. It's a way to get your protein on a more refreshing, juice-like presentation, if that makes any sense.
No,
Yep.
it does.
So
I've tried clear protein before, and so I'm excited to try that. And I do like that because you're right. It's not as doesn't seem as heavy and as filling.
yeah, more like juice.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the flavor is phenomenal. 26 grams of protein per scoop, and then we have the whole amino acid profile, which
That's
you're
impressive.
getting. We went all the way in quality with this, and but yeah, it's tough to get going. Right now, we're basically just wholesaling mostly to our franchisees, so they have a little margin there. Clients like it. We're not spending a lot of time on it. Someday,
Are you
Kind
going
of
to
a
sell
someday.
online at all? Like, if someone would want to order it, like if
We do.
we build link something in, so if someone wanted to
Yeah.
order.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Straight up ordering. Our fulfillment centers out of Kentucky.
Okay.
It's already ready to go. You'll have it in 3 days.
Oh wow.
Yep. Yeah, we've been there, done that. We shipped everything to them. We started off by shipping stuff ourselves. I always thought that'd be fun, grabbing stuff off the shelf.
Like
your
they do.
garage is like just stacked full of stuff.
Oh yeah. Basically, I got to buy a pallet jack. That was
Really?
a manly thing. I go to my partner. I go, yeah, a lot of pallets. Yeah, I'm gonna probably need to buy a pallet jack. I had one within 30 minutes. And then we decided to ship everything to Kentucky and have them, you know,
Yeah.
it's a 3PL, third party fulfillment center. They take the orders through Shopify. Bam, they're out versus us hiring
Yep.
people you know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah, totally.
they're like our employee now because we don't have a lot of time to dedicate to this in particularly.
But it's smart. It's a smart move.
We'll see.
And you just launched this one?
We've been in business a couple years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
We have about 15 products: pre-workout, post-workout, women's health. We have a carb blocker, which is a GLP-1 type of product that if you're going to eat a bunch of pasta, you take some. Forgot the term. Can you edit that out? I'm just kidding. You don't want to do all that work. Like,
Don't
I
worry.
could. A guy asked me, "Can you edit this?" I'm like, "Yeah, you know, I could."
I'll
But I really don't want to. It's
we have to edit out sometimes things that
Stupid I say.
or I say
it's the good stuff. But
Yeah.
you're something if you don't.
if it leans one
it's
way
your
or the
show,
yeah,
yeah.
that people are going to be like burn our house down, you know. So we're like, meh. But Cammie has a good judge.
Yeah, most
Of
of
that.
it is stated.
Yeah, she's pretty good at reading the room or of the audience because she worked in LA, so she knows like
Oh,
all sorts
awesome.
movie sets and stuff. So
Yeah, I was in movie sets in LA too.
Yeah.
you were on.
CSI.
No, were you?
Yeah.
Shut up.
How do you know someone was on CSI? Don't worry, they'll tell you. I'm telling you.
You were on CSI.
You really
It's on my
were?
website. I thought you dug.
Okay.
Well, I was trying to
No, I'm
actually
just
look
We-
for older
It
stuff.
was just
we
Hey,
were you-
I've been just waiting to an opportunity I could say I was on CSI.
yeah, that's how you recognize me. Everybody at CSI. No, you were on.
I was on CSI.
No, stop.
Pull up the website.
You
I
were
was
on-
on CSI.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Pull it up, Cammie.
There's a
Excuse
shot
me.
of me in the show on there.
What were you? What was your role?
I was an extra, a featured extra.
What'd you do?
I was a blackjack player.
I can see that.
Yep. But I was supposed to be the dealer, and that's a lot of camera time.
I'm sorry about that.
But then my shirt conflicted with someone that I was right next to, this like purplish shirt. So they moved me over to the other table, which is like right here. But this,
Did you keep giving the camera eye contact?
oh, I did. And I was like chewing my gum. 'Cause you can only go so far. You get kicked off the set. You know what I mean? Like the director catches dumb stuff because they watch. You know, then it takes so long to shoot a show. But I did some stuff to make my mom laugh, and that was worth it right there.
Aw.
I
So-
lost money. I mean, for what it costed me to fly there in the hotels, for what you get paid as an extra was.
You lost me.
I lost money, but it was fun. I wanted to be on CSI. I was on What Happens in Vegas with Ashton Kutcher and Cameron Diaz.
Come on.
Yeah,
You were on
yeah, as an extra.
a
You can
Deal or No Deal.
I was on Deal or No Deal.
I remember seeing that because that was floating all over, and you were hilarious and picked a pony over a suitcase for your daughter.
Yep, over 200,000, which I didn't know was in.
Oh, and you probably could have used it at that time.
I could have used it. I still use that 44,000. That's actually what saved my house.
Really?
Yeah, to get caught up.
But
Yeah.
they brought out a pony.
That's the whole reason I got started with applying for game shows. Was I needed like money.
Oh, really?
I needed like not scratch off ticket money. I needed like game show money, like 100,000. You know what I mean? Like I needed game show money.
Okay, I have
So-
a fun fact about Deal or No Deal. I used to do work for the model 11, which she was back in the day. Her name was Jill Manis, if you remember.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Dark hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
did work for
Yeah.
her?
I did work for her. She was trying to get her son to be a big Instagram soccer star, whatever. So she hired me to make reels of her son.
Really?
Jill. Yep. I knew about all of them. You know what I mean? At the time, she was definitely.
Okay.
Um,
Yes. She was. I feel like they're all tall and dark haired, but yes, she was.
Aubrey was the one. She was a. Do you remember? Oh, well, it's not like you worked on the set of Deal or No Deal. But
Just for her.
yeah,
But,
gotcha.
Okay.
So you
But yeah, the person who did my mom's makeup did Johnny Depp's makeup on
Pirates.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
So your guest was your mom and your daughter in a goldfish?
Yep, brought a goldfish all the way on the flights. It was weird because people they didn't want to clear it. They wouldn't clear it.
Why did you
they
want
held
the
the
goldfish?
plane and everything else. They did. They wanted it.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
You know, you do these audition videos. You know, that
Should've
was a
just bought one there.
VHS type of thing. What's that?
Just got a
Yeah, you
goldfish
should've-
there.
I know.
Now
They
look-
wanted that. I mean,
Just the story. It's a great story.
Yeah.
they sent me the carrying case for the fish and everything. Yeah. It was weird.
So how did you? What do you think? I mean, I know what, but like, what was your video like that you sent them to get on the show?
Well, it's the handheld type of deal. Then was the mini DVs, they called them. It's a cassette.
Mm-hmm.
And you show me how, and that's I said my fish are my only pets because I'm allergic to everything, which I am. And they were around. I won them at the Shawano Fair actually, and somebody said, one of the guys said, "Good luck. Good luck getting them back to Stevens Point. They'll probably be dead." I never forget that. Then they lived for 10 years. They were huge, but they came with. But yeah, they didn't clear them. NBC didn't clear the fish on the way back. So they cleared them on the way there, but then I couldn't bring them back.
So what'd you do
I
with it?
fought with people until we got them back.
How long did the fish live?
It was over 10 years. So maybe I think like 12 years.
Wow. And it's a
It was
shadow
over 10.
fish. Well, wherever
Shawano
it came
Fair.
The
Yeah.
World's Fair.
Yeah, the World's Fair. Yeah, no, that's an awesome fair.
from. That's so great. So let's talk about
Dr. Phil. I was on Dr. Phil. Don't forget that.
You were
Dr. Phil. Yeah.
like as a guest.
Not the main guest. I was like a supporting person because it's all kind of fake. I was in the car business, and the guy that was on, they asked me to show because they paint a fake picture, like because he had a buying problem. He was buying cars, so then they brought their construction crew, their production crew to the car lot and asked if I would pretend sell him a car. So then people are watching this story and they're like, "Oh my God, he's buying another car." Because it shows him driving out of the showroom, right? It's painting pictures.
God, what a lie. We're all being lied to all the time.
Yeah, and they don't, well, we're not telling you to say that. We're not telling you to say that. And when they go like that, they're telling you to say that.
Was the person that the show was about, like the main character, was he from the area?
Wapaka.
Okay. Like you knew him?
Yeah.
Okay.
What,
yeah,
but was
we were
it
friends.
true? Did he even have a spending problem?
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
Yeah, he really did. He really did. And
So it's
what
not
Dr.
all
Phil
a
told
lie.
him, no, it's not.
Okay.
It's not. But like, yeah, my buddy was on one of these hoarding shows and they had him stack up his closet. So when he opened, the stuff fell out. I mean, it's just sort of
Theatrics.
yeah, it is. And they sell it. And you got to expect that.
Yeah. You got to get mad too.
My butt is getting really sore.
Well, you're sitting.
It's a
Yeah.
50-year-old
You
couch.
have sat at the edge. You have
frame.
sat at the edge of that couch the whole time.
It's an exciting podcast. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Let's talk about
What
your
do you-
let's talk about your podcast. Let's link that into Cammie.
Yep,
His.
for sure.
What is if for the listeners or viewers, whichever you're streaming us on right now, what is it? What's your message with your podcast? Like, what is
It's
it
for
that you want-
go-getters. It's to get a perspective of what are the go-getters doing? What are they thinking? What is their perspective on how they go about things? Get some different, all different types of people like you guys.
I feel like-
there's somebody that started a coffee shop, and how did it, just anybody that's a go-getter. There is no real mold. Just maybe in real intense people that have found some success.
Mhm.
That's kind of been my forte.
I feel like your podcasts or episodes are really good for a whole bunch of reels. You know what I mean? Like when you're like find good bleeps out of each thing to like get you hooked.
Yeah.
So like yours are like constant, like just the whole, do you not agree? The whole thing, you're like at edge of your seat. That's why you're sitting there, because you're just at the edge.
Yeah, and I've considered it. Like people have told me you should just do reels and not the podcast.
No,
and
but I mean, it's great because it lures the people in. You're just,
good
don't you agree?
advertising.
Yeah. And then for what you are doing, it's perfect because of owning a gym. Like you don't want to be,
Yeah.
I don't want to go to my
No,
gym.
right.
Like she's wearing a bunny sweater.
I mean,
I'm not
that
going to her
bunny
gym.
sweater's pretty.
Like
pretty
does she
hot.
work out? Maybe she did a couple months ago. Like one day. Like no, but like
I didn't realize that is a bunny sweater.
it's for
That is a-
it's for Easter.
It's
coming
nice.
up, you know?
It is coming up.
Yeah.
That's
And
true.
I haven't sold many of these. So I'm like, I want to know why. And then I put it on today. I'm like, because these run really small and this is a large.
It is nice though.
Yeah. Thank you for noticing after I pointed it out.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at is it's great because like looking at even his demeanor, correct? You're at the edge of your seat, and that's your podcast and what you do is
Well, my
intense.
little tagline at the end is do it with intensity or not at all.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to jump into something, do it all the way.
So that would be the advice you'd give. So time out. We have opinions on college and like when should you go to a 4-year to get a 4-year degree? Would you need for trades or whatever? If someone's like, I want to be an entrepreneur, would you recommend college for something like that? Or what would you tell the young youth, someone you really, your daughter, someone you really cared about, what would be the advice you'd give them?
I would say go to college actually in that circumstance, or some type of something that you can get economics and finance. I don't encourage people to do it how I did it. It's too many mistakes. Too painful. It was too painful. Learning some of these like tax laws and getting a good base instead of jumping into something.
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend them going to college. Some type of
Education to know. Okay.
Yeah, and then instead of just kind of slow down a little bit maybe. Just because I jumped and then finally found something after all the mistakes, learned how it all worked. And
so I didn't know you had that type of hard background. I assumed it was hard for you to get where you're at, right? With just like the common struggles of starting a business, but I didn't know it was that hard and that dark. And that now it makes sense what Josh Pesky was saying to me. He's like, if one guy deserves what he has, it's him. Because he's such a good guy and he had such a tough goal and he was a hustler and he's finally there. So now it makes sense what he was saying because I didn't know any of that.
You gotta stay on the gas pedal though every day. And failure is what really drives me. That's what really success. When you're doing really well, it's easy to get comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Just the thought of failing is something that really, really sparks it.
That's sad, but it's good. I mean,
This is a sad podcast.
This is sad.
Can you put some piano?
Yes.
Like the
And then like get really close up to his face, like his eyes.
Oh, we'll zoom in.
Yeah.
We have a
See us
producer
like
on
that.
set that's from LA.
Yeah.
Pretty
She's
cool.
like, yeah.
It is,
she's-
I mean, that stuff.
we lucked into getting her.
really-
She's great.
She's awesome.
That's really neat.
Well, I'm lucky to be here, so thanks.
You're
I'd like to hear more about that.
Yeah. Do you have anything that you want him to add? Like you're always good
Or
at like
do you have any questions?
Yeah, I actually have two, but one, do you feel like, because you're saying don't do it the way that you did, but I feel like because of all the failures that you experienced, you have more wisdom because of that. You just seem to be brimming over with wisdom.
yeah.
And I think that comes from failure. And I think there's a lot of people that have this deep fear of failure. And I think that it's what makes people like you succeed.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's not really, I guess with that in mind,
Maybe failing's okay.
yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I just don't wish that upon anybody.
Yeah,
Not that level of ignorance.
sure.
It's more juice than anything, and not much education on it. Just wanted to bulldoze everything, which I think you can still bulldoze, but you should have some more knowledge on what it takes behind the scenes.
Yeah. Some boundaries on
But
the
otherwise,
bulldozing.
there's never a good time to start a business. It's
Yep.
never right. It's never perfect.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's a fine line too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have to take risks. That's what we said in one of our episodes is like, you almost have to be insane a little bit to go all in and be
Absolutely.
like, okay.
Oh,
And
a
we've
little
said,
irrational.
we've
Yeah,
said in
a
our,
little irrational.
like one of our episodes, like our house payment was three months behind for a while. It was rough. We knew we were going to be okay. But when you think you have enough, it seems like you don't have enough yet. You know what I mean? At first, like you're like, all right, I have good cushion. We're going to be able to do it. And it's like, oh, nope, you need a roof like now. not 5 years. Now you need this fixed now. And it's like, before you can move forward, you have to do these things, and you're not going to make money until you get these things done. So it's like, that's what I felt like we were up against. And so you have to be a little bit insane to take a risk. I feel.
I think you have to have the confidence. You obviously had the confidence.
Well, we said
without that, there's no sense of
Right.
being insane and taking the risk.
we
You're
said
right.
that
You're right.
over and over again. Like even now, looking back at it, all the hard times, and there was plenty, but it wasn't like our kids didn't get to eat or anything like that. It just, we were never worried. It's maybe it's overconfidence or
time out. I
arrogance
never
in a
know.
I think you need some of that.
You're like,
I never know. He always tells me, because I don't even know how to log into our accounts. Like, I don't even know how much money is in our accounts.
It's not your lane.
No, and it's not like,
And that's what
She
enables
says-
you to be funny and creative.
yeah,
right, because I'm just like, woo, to do, you know what I mean? But he'll be like, hey, Trixie, no unicorns this week, and that means like no, like I bought something crazy. You know what I mean?
buy
Like,
the things you need.
yeah, no unicorns. I'm like,
I
oh,
like
okay,
that.
all
That's
right,
awesome.
time out. And then he'll be like, I'm like, can I? Like, I asked if I could pay some bill yesterday. You're like, yeah, pay the bill. I'm like, okay, because I'm clueless. I'm used to being super poor. So when you're like, we have no money, I'm thinking we are negative. We have no money. Hold tight. But he's like, no, you can pay your bills. Just don't buy a unicorn this week. Like, wait a couple weeks for the unicorn. But he always tells me, even if we weren't okay, I didn't know it was that bad until after. But he's always like, we're
But
good.
it's-
We're going to be okay.
I think that's my job.
That's good. It's responsible party, and you're respecting. You know how it would affect her.
Mm-hmm.
Because it
That's
does,
the reason
like,
you kept it to yourself.
Yeah.
we had to get a new vehicle because we were down. We had no vehicle. Like, we had to. And it like eats at me. Like, I hate having a new vehicle. Like, I liked having all of our vehicles paid off and having good cushion, because what if the fridge breaks?
Yeah.
What if the espresso machine? That's a $20,000.
So you did
Expense.
care. I thought you were just do.
I am. But
she
now,
cares, but
but
she doesn't
now-
like no.
now that we had to get a vehicle last week, I'm like, I saw our account. I'm like, whoa, like what happened? And he's like, well,
What?
we just no unicorns for a while. And I'm like, well, what if this breaks? So he's like, we'll be okay. That's all his response is, we'll be okay. I'm like, oh my God, so I am a little,
You trust him.
right.
You trust him with your finances. I
Yeah.
would.
Right. I mean, hopefully he's not like hookers and blow on the side that I don't know about, because that would suck to find out that habit on more than one level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, trust with a lot of things.
Yeah.
How would I have time for any of that?
I don't. That's what they all say.
That's what they all say.
That's what they all say.
Time for that. I gotta go to Fleet Farm.
Dude, I manage
Going to
my
Menards,
number
dropping
one-
the kid off to do dishes,
I manage every minute of my
Stopping
day.
stopping at Oneida Casino on the way. That's
Good.
what he's
It's a
doing.
nice casino.
Yep. So you said you had another question for him.
Okay, my other question was, and I'm sure you have a ton of stories, but do you have like a specific story that comes to mind of somebody that's gone through the FIRE program and just had success through it? Just
Oh yeah, good one.
just
A client or
testimonial.
a owner?
Yeah,
A
client.
We've had a lot of them. I mean, we've had. We highlight one that really stands out each year. Success story of the year. We just launched them. I was a couple from Sturgeon Bay for 2026. We're at the end of the year. We launched them. He had a stroke, or he had a tumor, brain tumor, when he was a small child. It turned into a stroke. So his right side of his body doesn't work very well with him, and he's in competitions. And he's doing things like he'll go down to do a burpee, and that arm will just fall, and he has to like put it on his elbow and adjust. If anybody had an excuse not to show up every day, it's him and his wife. They were morbidly obese, and they found FIRE and turned their life around. They lost like 300 pounds total.
Holy buckets.
Strong. But more than just the weight loss, because now we're kind of shifting out. The weight, there's a lot. There always has been a lot more than weight loss.
Mm-hmm.
Well, true transformation is more mental.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they don't get winded. My big thing is watching people turn from spectators to participants in life.
Mm-hmm.
So many spectators.
Functional mobility.
Functional.
Yeah.
They can actually go do this now. You know, I think recently they just walked up one of these light towers, you know,
That's
Sturgeon
cool.
Bay.
Yep.
They would have never dreamed because there's a ton of steps.
Mm-hmm.
They did that and they took a picture, like stuff like that. They're participating in life's finer things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we have actually more documented transformations than anybody else in the country.
Really?
And we've been saying that since 2015. More documented transformations than anyone else in the United States of America.
That's awesome.
We're going to keep saying it. And a large part is because we track.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants their before picture. So like Nancy gets up there. We always use Nancy and Ron. So it's Nancy's like, I don't want my Nancy. Nobody wants their before picture, right? I'll give me the after photo. But
Right.
if we want to hit what this success, you put out a goal. If we want to drive to San Diego, we put the coordinates in, right, for our destination in our car, our GPS, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the first piece of information the GPS needs to get you there?
Where are you
Where
at?
you're at?
Where you're starting from. And we need to know where you're starting. By the time I get like 75% done with that spiel, they're already on the wall. Take it.
No, but
Well,
that's true.
That
And that's just like measuring success in a business, right? You want it like, okay, how much should we make today, right? Same
Know
thing.
your numbers. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I'm showing up at F.I.R.E every morning at 7:00, and I'm not. Am I seeing anything? Holy, look at me 2 months ago.
and then the
I
pride
am.
that comes
There
with
is
that.
it.
Yeah.
And there is, and I say that to people. I'm like, I don't know if I'm about to offend you, but you look really good. So if you're trying to lose weight, I like when I compliment
I know
people.
how you got to be tricky nowadays.
I'm like, I don't
Mhm.
want to be offensive, but you look really good. And I know when I'm working at myself, it feels good when people are like, hey, are you losing weight? I am. Thank you for noticing. Now I'm not going to eat that donut, because otherwise there's some days you're like,
what am I doing this
no
for?
one's noticing. No one
What
said.
am I even, and even
Yeah.
why do I keep doing this?
Yeah. So when I say that to people, it's a genuine compliment, because I need to hear it. If I'm not seeing it or hearing it, and you don't care. I mean, I've seen myself at like, whoa. And I'm like, didn't you tell me to stop eating? And you're like, no. I'm like, you should have. Like, geez, Louise.
A lot of times the spouse doesn't see it.
No.
Their
didn't
eyes
see
are on you more than your eyes are on you.
It's true.
Mhm.
You're right.
So those differences are accumulating at such a slow but steady rate
You're right.
that you didn't see it. Why didn't you tell me? I gained 30 pounds. I didn't see it.
That's what he said. I'm like, I'll look after I had Nash. I was like, holy. And he's like, I really didn't think you looked that big. And now I'll be like, I looked like him. Our baby was 10.5 pounds at birth. And it looks like I ate him and 7 other babies. You know what I mean? Like, I'm enormous. And it's no excuse. Like, okay, so he was 10.5 pounds. What did you eat? You know what I mean? Like 7 cows a day. But like, he didn't see it. You didn't see it. But so you're back to your picture. I got off track a little bit, but absolutely, it is effective.
Progress tracking works both ways too. So if you do gain the weight and they're like, well, I don't want to do my 90-day personal progress tracking. We just call it a 90-day check-in. I gained weight. There's no sense in me doing it. Get up there. Look at it. Get off.
Mm-hmm.
It works. It's motivating either way. It's motivating when you see the results. It's motivating even more sometimes when you don't. You're like, yeah, I got to get back in here. I got to start cleaning this up.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go wrong with tracking.
And as a marketing tool, it's as the viewer, I'm like, holy crap, they're doing something right there. When you guys post those pictures, it's definitely like a motivation.
That's our bread and butter.
And the atmosphere of like the closeness, at least I see from the Shawano branch. I don't know the other ones, but like the Shawano people, they're close. They're like buddies.
Yeah.
On like, see them at baseball games.
Well, you're
too.
seeing each other at
Yeah.
your ugliest. You know, you're seeing each other down on your hands and knees, sweating profusely, and just nothing cute about it. That does, at a day and age where, you know, everybody, you know, is a difference, you know, society's got to be perfect and everything else. So you do gain friendship by being vulnerable and seeing each other ugly.
Mm-hmm. I remember asking, like, can I watch like what they're doing? They're like, nope. You want?
Nope.
Do you want to be watched? They're like, nope.
That's
Get in there.
I'm glad they said that.
Yep,
It's
you
not a
cannot-
spectator sport.
that's what they
We've
said.
been
You
saying
can-
since day one, because everybody wants to watch first. Well,
Yeah.
it's the certain type of person says, is the same person. We got him down to a science. Nancy says,
Nancy.
I don't want to be judged. She'll tell you in both sides, I don't want to be judged. So I'm really nervous about this. Can I just come and watch so you can judge? She's the one that wants to go judge. But that's what she's saying. She doesn't want to be judged. No.
Yep.
When we tell you we don't say it's a non-judgment zone. Somebody else got that. We don't want it. Everyone's too busy, but everyone's too busy working.
Yeah.
They're sweating and being ugly.
The door's shut. And yep. She's like, no, you can't go and look. I'm like, well, I don't. Okay.
Nancy.
Okay. I was Nancy.
You were Nancy. We were all Nancy at one point.
Yeah, but it's a great thing.
Mm-hmm. How many of our episodes have you watched?
Oof. Don't put him on the spot
Just
like that.
Just the last one that I saw. I didn't know you had a podcast. I've been following the
mill. He hasn't been.
I've been following the mill.
Yeah.
So you see the reels?
Maybe.
I see all the reels. Yeah. Okay. And then so my lady friend, I was the one who showed her the mill. Okay. Oh. And your funny stuff. And it was like, she's throwing it in my face. Now she's all over I don't know if you've seen her name, Payal Patel. She's all over it. She's showing me. I saw it. And then just look this way, just wait, look at it. And then she tells him. And then she tells him. And I'm like, I showed you that one. And then
we should have.
We're interviewing for another Steve.
Oh yeah, you have. See, he's a fan. She's a fan. We should
just go down there and we even rehearse back. Did she say? Well, no, just go down there. And Steve was down. Was Steve down? She said, well, you'll say hi to Steve. Steve, the other Steve was down there too, supposedly, right?
Yeah. So should we have your lady friend on?
Well, she wanted to be here. I'm not saying, listen, she put it on the Google Calendar. She created the event and then invited me.
That was nice of her.
Well, her biggest thing in life, she's simple to please. Coffee shops. So she was super excited about this, and then she called me on the way. And I mean that. She had meetings, dog haircut, and then I think she had at least 3 meetings today. Out of the whole week, this was the worst day.
Sorry,
but I hope you'll have us back.
Absolutely. We would have had her on too. Yeah, we're gonna have the Greenworks crew on in this summer because the female owner is a teacher, so she doesn't have any Tuesdays off. So we would love to have her and you on and talk about owning a business together, and that'd be great.
I always say that to my podcast guests. Oh, we got to have you on again.
And you never do.
Happen. No.
We will 100% have you on again.
Oh. Yeah, we will.
We will. You're great. You're entertaining. You're fun. And that's why I'm like, I can't believe he responded. And Josh Pesky was like 100%.
Well, I've been following this.
But Josh,
thank you.
But Josh said you would do that for anybody. He's like, he's the type of guy.
I wouldn't go on anybody's podcast. That's different. I would do something for them. I would help them, but I wouldn't want to be on their podcast.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. If we're like weird.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got a funny thing going on. I don't see anything humorous and, nothing. This is great. You're outreaching so far by doing that. I feel like it's not necessarily a Bondwell thing. It is a staple, but it's
not like
so much bigger.
It's not like Fun with Flags with Sheldon Cooper. No reference.
Nah, I got nothing there.
Okay.
I thought you'd get it for sure. Knox has been watching Young Sheldon all the time.
I don't know what Fun with Flags.
He had like a podcast thing. What's the name of that show?
We're at 3%. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. What's the name of that show?
Two now.
Dang it.
Static.
It's dying. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Well, hey.
Boop, boop, boom.
Yeah. Thanks so much for anything you want to say before.
No, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. It's been a blast. It was what I thought.
Thanks for being here.
Great. Yeah.
It's going to be a nice conversation with a couple smart, super smart, intelligent people, beautiful people. Producer that's from LA. That's the only reason I really
forgot to say. Here's the cue card. You forgot to say that.
Thanks so much.
Super elaborate production, and appreciate you.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on. We do appreciate it. We'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Bye.
Tell me freely what's in your